Alright, this is going to be a video of this 42-inch Canarm brand ceiling fan I got at the Habitat Restore because I'm a volunteer there. Basically what I do for them is clean up and fix fans and lighting they receive by donation. And I got this one in quite a while ago, but never really could test it safely and properly because it didn't have a light kit. I finally found one that matched and wasn't too bulky. As you can see, it's the same color. And I'm going to talk about some of the features on it. It is a spinner style fan, which basically means the motor, as you can see, rotates with the blades. An unusual thing about this, though, is it has decorative venting on the bottom of the motor. Now, it's not uncommon for this style of spinner to have venting, just not decorative venting. So that's pretty interesting. It has reversible light oak to white blades. I don't know why they would choose white on a green fan, but I guess they want to make it different. So you can see the light oak side is being used. It also comes with a light kit, which I'll demonstrate here, using two 40 watt equivalent energy saving bulbs. They're decorative kind, and this one's just an incandescent. Anyway, turn that off. Turn the fan on now. I'm going to start with high. It is pretty powerful, and blows a decent amount of air. You can probably hear the wind noise generated by the blades. And it also is a little wobbly because the blades are not all in perfect pitch. I would have to say, RPM wise, this probably goes around maybe 145. I'm judging by that little piece of white tape on one of the blade brackets. Anyway, now for medium, that's probably going to go around maybe 120, 115 RPMs. It's a little bit of a slowdown. Now for low, which I'll show with the light on here. Anyway, there's low. That probably goes around maybe 65 to 55 RPMs. About in that range. Here's what the fan looks like from the top. There's the reflections of the blades. Anyway, turn it off. Slow it down. Turn the light off. I'm going to talk about some general information on it. It seems like someone decided to paint their ceiling and was slightly careless while doing it because there's a little bit of paint up here. However, that's not too big of a deal because you can't really see that up top. And I tried to remove it, but it's pretty stubborn. Also, it can be down rod or flush mounted. However, I am using it on the flush mount setup because I didn't really have any down rods of this finish. And another thing is that the design on the blade brackets is rather unusual. And the model of this fan is called New Tradition. It is, I guess you could say, the little brother, if you will, of the fan called the Tuscany. And I actually used to have that model as well, which is basically the same thing, just with the decorative housing around the motor. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons now. I like the fact that the fan is pretty versatile because it can be installed with a flush mount setup for lower ceilings and a down rod for like a higher ceiling or where the fan is required to hang lower. Also, it has reversible blades, although I don't know who would use white on a green fan, but I guess it may match some decors, or if you just want the fan to look really interesting and unusual. And the finish is quite odd too, because you don't see a lot of fans in this color. I believe this particular finish is called Verde Green, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the cons now. It is a little bit wobbly. I suspect that is because some of the blades are not the equal pitch. However, on a permanent installation, because this is just temporary, it would be pretty stable, I would say, because it's not on a down rod, so it couldn't really sway. Another thing is the fact that the motor really has no vents, because these decorative vents are just blocked off. So they're just for decorative purposes. So the motor does get quite hot. After about 15 minutes on running on low speed, this motor on top is not quite burning hot, but darn warm. So it might not be the safest thing if you leave the fan running and, forget to turn it off. It's on high speed for a while, especially in the summer heat. Although, it probably does have a thermal cutout, so that is a safety feature, but I can't confirm that. Overall, I would have to give the fan 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's very unique. Probably was considered contemporary back in the 90s. However, I'm just not sure if no proper vents on the motor is the safest thing, especially if someone is rather forgetful. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you've ever seen a fan like this before, or just want to share your opinion on it, you can comment in the comment box below. So, thank you for watching.